so they get inactive on the leaderboards because they don't want to lose it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what, guys. The moment my MMR goes up, we're just stopping. I'll take a screenshot and just never show it to anyone else, you know? The whole, like, you put it as your profile and you'd be like, as a caster with this much matchmaking ranking. But either way, it's the Razor last pick up on art style. He did very well in mid last time, it felt like. Did pretty well, so we'll see. He also had a lot of help. It was a different mid lane. I don't know how easy it'll be up against the Invoker, but Invoker traditionally not a hero who wins mid matchups.
No, but the Razor will definitely have a good time without any assistance. He gets assistance and he can really get a few kills on the Invoker with timings from the supports.
Yeah, and we've got an early smoke up from the lineup of ScaryFacezzzzz, but OG all grouped up here, so...
Hopefully Moon doesn't get caught by this.
Or hopefully he does, I don't know, excitement. Either way, let's quickly introduce the players. On OG, we've got Fly on that Dazzle, Wyvern being played up by Quit, Invoker by Miracle with
Moon.
oh gosh, a really weird set, and it looks like we've got a snowball. All of them are in it. 5 dudes right on top of Moon, and he is most likely dead, and that is our first blood. And yeah, that was
Surge. I love that.
Oh yeah, good luck everyone. Finishing off our introductions, we're gonna have the normal bounty. We got Moon on that Doxia. We've got a really funky Invoker cloak. Is this new? It looks like a Halloween themed one on Miracle. And
That's
finally, No Tail on the Gyro. And tossing it over to you to quickly introduce ScaryFacezzzzz.
We have Art Style on the Razor, State 21 on the Night Stalker, RMN on the Necro with the First Blood, Acno on the Offlane Slider, and Shadow on the Tusk.
Now they've certainly got decent kill potential with a Tusk lineup. We've seen, I think, Fluff and Stuff in the America scene does this fantastically. He roams oh so well. Seems to be a really dominant force there, and he just makes stuff happen in every single lane. I wonder whether Shadow will be able to do the same. Do you think the lanes are set up for a roaming Tusk?
I think they definitely can be. He need a few levels first, especially on the getting level 2 is really important. The Razor will probably need a few levels before they can look to kill Miracle. I don't understand. Like, I understand why they might want to pressure him right here, but they're just wasting a lot of time right now.
I think they hope to get a kill like they did last game. It might be kind of their MO. And there's the snowball coming in. Miracle, he's backing out. He won't be able to have a nice easy escape though. Only level 1. Do they have enough right click? No, it doesn't look like it. And Razor not close enough, popping a salve as well, and no mana. So as you said, not really getting too much done, and now Outstyle might take a little bit of harass.
Yeah. Fortunately, with Miracle going boots, as soon as he gets away from the Void, like they don't have any chasing power.
Yeah. Really nice pickup as well. Obviously great against the Razor so you can walk out of static link, but also obviously working out here with the ganks coming out. Now this bottom lane, oh goodness, as I say that, I look away for 1 second and Miracle goes down as I want to look at bottom lane. I don't think there'll be any return kills here for Crit.
Persistence pays off, I guess.
Yeah.
Miracle just stepped up a bit too far. Crit can't really help him. That time Razor had the nuke.
On the other hand, one could argue that maybe they have sacked some of their other lanes in exchange for this. Necrophos not doing awfully, but taking a lot of harass from Moonmeander. Probably gonna have to pop a, just walks out, popping the salve. And at the same time, the top lane, Slaughter's getting nothing, although I don't think they expected Axmo to get a terribly large amount of foam.
I feel like Razor will win mid regardless against an Invoker. Maybe once he gets like level 5 and he starts spamming EMP Tornado, Razor has a slightly harder time. Right now he'll win the lane regardless, and bottom you could be completely zoning this Darkseer and giving our men a really easy time. But right now Moon's contesting him on last hits and he's winning out. Despite giving First Blood, he's on top of charts for CS.
Yeah,
this is what you want to prevent, not the Invoker.
I agree. It feels like Moon getting off to a great start. He's going to have gold, he's going to have levels, and it's something where if you can keep the Darkseer down, they don't have as much wombo combo. You need levels in vacuum before you get a big enough AoE that you can really set stuff up with the Invoker with the cooldown. And so, not being down there, but looks like now they are rotating maybe from Moon, RMN, thinking about that positioning. And Moon, he is being wrapped on. They get the heal bomb on him, and there should be a snowball. Do they even need it? They go for the snowball, trying to make sure they stun him out. And yeah, auto attacks will do it. Don't even need the ice shards. At the same time, on top lane, Slaughter took quite a bit of damage, and Fly and No Tail just gonna bring the creep wave with them. Oh, they might actually think about going back on Axmo, using that flat cannon to really hurt him, but he's got 1 charges, luckily.
Okay, so something I didn't notice. Uchi haven't placed a single ward yet. Both of them are still.
Did they get?
One got dewarded and they bought a new one, but they're both on bots right now.
No, they didn't place. We're 3 minutes in, because the mid didn't. The sentry didn't deward anything.
Yeah, I
okay.
didn't think they dewarded either, but
how do you?
This is a big problem.
Tower is under attack.
How do you feel about that? Do you think they're doing it because they don't think they need it?
Oh, when Crit was sitting mid, they didn't really need a hill ward, and I guess Fly didn't think he needed a ward to block the ball or any vision at the side. But actually, no. Okay, never mind. They did place one. I'm retarded. There is one bottom, but I feel like they need a ward like somewhere around this area so they can see the rotations. That way Moon would know when to back off, Miracle would know when to back off. It's a bit harder at nighttime, like you might have to place it bang in the river so you actually get vision of the rune when darkness comes up. But that is quite far away.
Yeah, they're actually going for the slows on mid, but the cold snap, that's about all that we're gonna have coming out. And now a snowball onto No Tail, immediate TP rotations, but there's 3 of them! Rocket Barrage is just gonna be tanked by all of them. Shallow Grave comes out, Stake 21 thinking about staying. How long in his Void? He could just stay and use the Void in a few seconds with the Ice Shot. They managed to kill off No Tail, and will there be more? Fly has no mana for a big heal bomb, he'll catch out Shadow, and it looks like Crit. No, he's not doing enough damage, it's nighttime. This guy's just gonna walk on by him. Octobone comes out too little too late, and I don't think Crit has the kills. I didn't catch if Octobone was on cooldown there.
He went for the body block because if you get in this checkpoint, you can't actually run round. So I think that's why he was waiting to use his spells.
Yeah, it feels very ambitious to attempt to choke point a nighttime Night Stalker.
It's actually really easy. I guess he just messed it up, or maybe his hero's hitbox isn't as big as some of the others he plays. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Hitboxes definitely all still being problematic. That is still a thing. And RMN still having a rough time against Moon Meander. While other people might be having trouble, Moon Meander, top of the net worth chart for his team, doing really well. Already level 7, so starting to put points into vacuum. I would be surprised to see an early wall either.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, maybe like level 9 or so, or if you just have to skill up when a team fight, pick the wall down. But the vacuum's definitely not bad right now. It gives them a way of getting people away from people that they're hitting.
And they've landed the ice shots on bottom onto Moomian. He does vacuum the back. He's trying to out-damage them, but the Reaper Sight comes down, and Moomian wiped off of the map for 60 seconds. At the same time, they've taken top tower, and Slaughter maybe doesn't want to be here. The Courier also spotted by Fly. I'm quite sure on that one.
Our star here, the supports are rotating.
I don't think they can get in close enough. The cold snap already used. We could hear it there, and he's got supports now coming in. Maybe they can bait this though. Maybe Miracle coming in, but I'm pretty sure they just saw Fly, and that's an invis on Stake 21. He's thinking about going in. Where is Oddstyle's backup? Shallow Grave immediately out of Fly. Where is the cold embrace or anything? It's not skilled yet. Snowball onto Fly. He's gonna go down. Where is the EMP tornado? He finally falls, and here comes No Tail with the backup. But if Shadow gets away, might be okay.
Yeah, that was really nice rotation from No Tail, and really well timed EMP tornado from Miracle, hitting all 3 after the snowball.
Unfortunately not saving Crit's life, but I still think a good turnaround kill. Unfortunately for them, Moonman is still dead, just because of that Reaper Sight.
Yeah, that is so frustrating. It's like, double your death time at this stage of the game, and maybe triple for sports.
Certainly something where Moomian being really punished. He was a bit ahead, and now he's right back at kind of same level, but they're thinking about going in on here. They've got the surge up from No Tail, but I think they've given away the gank and nothing gonna latch, including the fact that there are more people coming in bottom. I don't know if Moon Meander without the wall can actually fight into 3.
Now they have cooldown, it's a bit more doable for them.
Yeah.
Joe does a lot of damage at this point. If you stack multiple heroes on him, he doesn't care that much. People in the woods is getting found by the Night Stalker. He probably can grave.
See, he's got some TP rotations, not quite on the right side, but Occupies gonna do enough work, and now it's daytime, State 21 not really able to contest that. Where is the backup? It looks like OG coming down the river, seeing what they can get here. They're gonna run into two others though, and suddenly a call down onto Oddstyle, but dodging with a snowball, State 21 taking quite a bit of damage. Snowball comes out, and that is a dead Night Stalker, and now Shadow, not in the right part of town. It looks like Oddstyle's gonna fall as well. You can take No-Tail's damage, but you don't take his magic damage, but the Reaper Scythe, not enough to kill him off. They might be able to get No-Tail here with the 1,168 stolen damage, and Nosmi had a big too much as well. Cold Embrace saving him from this EMP. One more auto attack will do it. Do they catch the tornado on the Necropose? They do. RMN looking like one more auto attack will do it, and he goes down. Miracle showing he is very comfortable with this hero. That is the second time he has come in with an EMP, with a tornado that saved his teammates.
I mean, you can't question any passing matchmaking points. Of course he's going to hit the tornado.
I was really impressed that he managed to catch the escaping Necropose as well, not just going for the Razor, understanding that with the EMP, with the auto attacks, they had that, and OG now pulling themselves a little bit ahead in this game. We've got actually pretty low lost hits across the board just because everyone's being so mobile, but Slaughter getting closer and closer to his blink, and I wonder Necropose going for Rod of Atos, it looks like. Pretty standard on that hero these days.
Yeah, the face boots, I think, big preference due from player to player, sorry. Atos is, I would say, the most standard item on that hero, which is really odd to say that Atos is standard on anyone.
Yeah.
I love the item, but...
Cheapest way to get int, Necropose desperately needs that. Here, wondering exactly how you can use it to its full utility. You know, there's no Ember here. It's not so easy, but they're catching on Oddstyle. Cooldown gonna hit at least once. Doesn't manage to get the second one, and they're saving him in the snowball, but rolling him into death. And No-Tail there, whopping them up. Dodge here actually gets one of the kills, but that was a really nice play. I also liked how No-Tail just kind of backed into his team a little bit more there, making sure that the snowball came their way, you know, and ScaryFacezzzz's attempted save not working out at all for them.
This ward scouting it all out as well, so they knew exactly where they needed to converge to get the kills.
Really well done there. Now let's talk itemization for Invoker. He looks like he's going drums, always a good item, good stats, gonna speed you up. We've also seen Yules and Orchids on Invoker.
Yeah, I like the drums just to tank up a bit, and also he hits really hard at this point of the game, so attack speed's not irrelevant. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of mobility like a Force or a Blink to find the Necro in the woods.
Yeah, let's see what they can do there. It looks like Necro taking quite a bit of damage, and RMM is gonna fall to fly. Actually gets the lost hits. Can they make something happen on this bottom area too, though? Wyvern is their crit. He's only level 5 still. I think if he had Winter's Curse, he could hold them up. But they're snowballing again into too many heroes. Miracle, he's low on mana, but I think he's got more than enough to do some work here. Crit save from all of that physical damage, but now going to be walked, not like a dog, like a wyvern, and as the cooldown, No-Tail coming in at the same time, doing lots of rocket barraging, and you just want to sprint all the way away axe mode. So it looks like they've saved their teammates. Miracle actually caught on a little bit of the wrong side of town. Oddstyle doing good work on him, and the stun, slithering crush, no! The tornado comes out first, and the EMP, gonna back them all the way off, and Miracle is still thinking about looking for more, but it is suddenly nighttime, and they need to get out. 5-second pound with that crippling fear, the ice shield push them out, it's not enough. If that ice shield has been a little bit closer, maybe they can catch up. Fly yet, but this cold snap comes in, and No-Tail, he's ready, but a Reaper Scythe's gonna take him out of the game for 65 seconds, and they have overstayed their welcome on the lineup of OG. I think forgetting that RNM is the hero who wipes you off the map.
Yeah, I don't think that was too bad considering they lost one hero and all that time Moon had space bottom, so he's going to have his mech now on top of his Arcanes, which is a really early timing to have them both.
For me.
I'm actually surprised how close these fights are going despite ScaryFacezzzz's heroes being very good at the small scale engagements.
Yeah. They're doing a really good job taking advantage of these night times and everything, and that was also perfectly popped timing on the ult from Night Stalker. Really nice there. So, gonna have a nice extra long night. Now, if you're this Night Stalker, he's buying up smokes. Good way for his team to try to work their way back into the games. We've seen a lot of Night Stalkers try to go for the Midas since you don't really have another farming tool.
I like the Midas, but at the moment, he's so far away from it, I'd expect him to opt to tank up a bit. The one thing I really dislike seeing is when you don't skill your W on the Night Stalker, opting for a tiny bit more move speed and attack speed.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I just naturally assumed he had it. It's something where you really need, especially against these heroes, crippling fear on a Dazzle during the night. It's a 5-second silence. The Dazzle's dead. Same with the Invoker, or even
Yeah,
No Tail
exactly.
here.
I cannot understand. I would skill it over your ulti every day, personally. Best spell
Yeah,
at nighttime.
a little bit surprising, but perhaps State 21 on that Night Stalker has a different plan than the rest of us. It looks like ScaryFacezzzzz will have to give up 2 towers here to OG. I think this is the right decision. They really can't fight into this, especially since Moon Meander now has his ult up.
But they're trying. They're like moving heroes here when the tower's nearly low instead of trying to get space out the map.
I think
They're
maybe
literally
just trying to.
trading 5 heroes.
Oh no, it's because they have the blink dagger just up, but you can't use that Slaughter if you're poison touch, and he's taking so much damage. A cooldown gonna drop on his head as well, and Slaughter's out. It looks like RMN is gonna fall as well, and as you said, they could not have tried to take that engagement, and now Optic's burning up the catapult. Can take magic
You have
damage.
to expect wards on 1 or 2 of these spots when they're sieging towers like this. You can't just run in from the side when you're not smoked and hope that a team like OG isn't going to have vision of you.
Yeah. And they might
Actually
be
gonna
coming
go
in
in.
for more. They don't have the Optic Phone, but the Winter's Curse set up. They have more than enough damage to pick one. Can they get 2? Night Stalker's trying to do something to the Wyvern, but instead EMP to the face, and now Night Stalker, he actually gets dodged to the EMP because of the tornado, but they just run him down. All while Moon Meander is just casually split pushing. He's not even there, not even using his mech, and OG take another dominant team fight. We're now 16-8. And they're smoked up.
They're playing this so well, but I kind of feel ScaryFace is giving it to them on a platter at this point, which is sad. I feel like they could be playing this so much better. They just have a lack of knowing how the game's played at a professional level, I want to say. RMN's actually getting kicked off.
Yeah, RNM is very dead, and now Night Stalker, who came in to help out, State 21 is going to go down as well. Splinter Blast being what finishes him off. This is just falling apart at the seams. It's the classic 1-by-1, and as you said, it feels like OG just have a much better idea of what their heroes need to be doing right now, their fight potential, and they are capitalizing on it.
And this is at the point where Dux is close to his blink, 15 minutes in, only 400 gold away. Okay, he actually bought something, so I'm guessing he finished the Greaves instead of going for the blink. It's fine as well, getting rid of the silencer eventually is going to come out, getting rid of just any kind of debuff is always good.
At the same time, ScaryFace is about to be all out of towers, and now you don't have towers, you can sacrifice a tornado that doesn't hit, but neither does the Slithering Crush! And suddenly Shadow doesn't want to be here. Does he have a snowball to buy him some time? The rest of his team's thinking about coming back in on this. The EMP is gonna hit this, the wall down. They can't come up here and follow, and Shadow is dead. RMN is thinking about going up. The Guardian Greaves go out, and they're just gonna chase on through Miracle. He might be amp damaged, but he has no fear. A nice Splinter Blast bringing them low as well, and I think the days of getting off beautiful Reaper sights are done. And they Winter's Curse Axmo! Axe is just gonna fall. Here comes Odd Style throwing out some casual plasma fields, and not gonna be nearly enough for the lineup of OG. Is there any way, other than maybe OG making mistakes, that ScaryFaces can get back into this game?
I feel like a fight around Roche is our only point of contention right now. Towers, it's too tricky to even be close. They should just be in other lanes pushing them out to bring this up.
Oh, we have
But
another
now they-
tornado. EMP. Shadow is gonna pop himself into the snowball. Not dead yet, but he's rolling into them. State 21 thinking about coming in as well. Someone needs to be leashed here by Alt Style, but Shadow just goes down. And that is a monster kill for Miracle. This guy, he is 8-1.
Despite that one death, like camping in middle for the first 2 levels, well, it wasn't 2 levels, it was 2 minutes, did absolutely nothing this game. And you can see why. Like, sure he didn't get the CS, but he's been active in fights, he's at his levels. It's just really hard for me to understand why SFZ are doing these things.
Yeah, I think just not, maybe a bit desperate, maybe really just wanting a couple kills before they GG out, who knows. 4 of the top networks. Oh, Slaughter goes in and uses the sprint into the face of No Tail. He's just gonna burst you down. Now, can they get the rocket, the cooldown to latch on anyone? Alt style Yule's up just in case they couldn't catch him, and that EMP is gonna latch. Suddenly, no mana, and he's pulled through the wall. Alt style is dead. On the backline, folks are trying to come in. Shadow is there, but again, another snowball that's not so great, and they're gonna get themselves out of this game with the GG. Shadow probably gonna fall before the throne explodes. And that was it. 2 dominant performances by OG.
Victory.
They played that really cleanly. As soon as SFC gave them something, they took it and ran a mile with it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, 1 or 2 mistakes from a lower tier team just put them way too far behind.
Yeah. Well, OG get themselves another win in the group stages for Starladder. They're doing really well. ScaryFacezzzzz unfortunately not